Hi guys, this is Kel once again, 24th of March, Friday, and this is thank God it's Friday, so take a good break after today, right? But I believe that there should be some big movement coming up, and so let's watch the market, shall we? All right, let's go. Let's discuss today's market with the TWB chart. Let's go. Okay, so first of all, I want to show a neat trick here. This is the Dow Jones, right? And I've been telling you guys regarding about how we look at this thing here. Let me just change my colors. Now, again, I repeat it, the 90% mark is at 33,000, okay, 258, right? Okay, then the 85% mark is 31,000, okay, 411, okay? So the midpoint between the two numbers, which is the 87.5, which happened to be 32,335, okay? So we have the three numbers, and you can see now that once the market breaks below 33,258, it goes down to the next number, 32,335. And if it goes down further and fully resisted, can you see that? It will come down to very near to the 31,411. Okay, so the other thing is this, let me show you a very neat trick right now. All right, so take out a calculator. Okay, bring our calculator in. Okay. Okay, so of course people ask, okay, so if we can do a division like this, can we do this? 32,335, okay, plus 31,411. So basically I take the top number, 32,335 plus 31,411, and then I divide it by 2. Okay, and let's look at the number. You're going to be very, very stunned by this. Okay, equals to 31,873. Wait a minute, this number rings a bell, right? Okay, let's put it in. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to put it in right now. 31,873. Okay. All right. So once you get that, okay, I press OK. You will be stunned. Take a look. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Now you can see the power of this thing. Yesterday, the day low was exactly where we just calculated. Pretty cool, right? And if you look carefully, right, guys, I clear out the screen, yeah? You notice that every time when the market comes to this particular point, right, the market just happened to be a first support over there. So I cannot deny this. 31,873 will be my first support later. If there's going to be any selling later, right, this number will be the first support, okay? Pretty cool, right? So that is how you use mathematics to play this game. And if you actually can do that, right, you can roughly know where the market will stop. All right. So that is how and why you can see that the market has been consolidating over this period. Okay. Pretty cool, right? Okay. So once we clear that, let's look at the gold market at the same time, but a quick one. Okay. This is gold. Okay. So obviously, right, you can see right now that the 95% mark is 1971. Okay, the 95% mark is 1971. The other one is 2074. So the between both of them, you have this thing here that's 2022. So that's the reason why there's a very strong resistance at this period right now. 2022 is actually a technical level. So I suspect that if gold can stay up above this number 1971, then we should see gold trying to go to 2022. All right, but it won't be like immediate and stuff like that, but at least you know at least the number. So if you ask me right now, right, if the current price is 1984, now the current price is 1984, okay? So if I want to choose to buy, right, what's my risk? My risk will be 1984 to 1971, which is about $13. If you can actually accept the $13 risk, then you can enter the market. And then the target will be 2022. You got my point? But of course, you must understand the lot size that you're going to enter has to play a part. Yeah, if your lot size is too big, and if the price comes back to 1971 after you purchase at 1984, then it's going to be very expensive for you. So you must know your risk involved before you embark into this. Okay. All right. So of course, the lower the price go, the better it is. For example, if you go down to 1977, 1975, 1973. And then you feel like, okay, I don't mind buying right now. If I lose $2 to $3. But if I get it correct, right, I get probably be about $40 to $50. You got a point now? Pretty simple, right? That's how we look at this, yeah? Okay. All right, so with that understanding, that is how we use the 5% rule. Okay, now let's look at the Dow Jones and all the markets together, shall we? Okay, let's go. Now, first of all, there's a sudden sell-off in the Dow Jones just now a moment ago because of the, let me just take a look. The news came out and says that, okay, let me just take a news. The news says that, right, the retail sales in this UK FTSE went up. So that is the reason. So when retail sales go up, right, that means that the consumers still continue to spend. And they continue to spend, that means that whatever interest rate that in increasing doesn't really make any difference here. Yeah, so that's the reason why there's some selling in the market right now. Okay, let's look at the Dow Jones first. Let me just change my color to make it clearer for everybody. Here we go. Okay, so by right, we should have a CCRY today. Why? Because it's like red turns yellow, right? So by right, we should have a buy day, but the market didn't go above OP, so that's a question mark here. Okay, MLP today is at 32,136. That's an MLP. So that will be a very important pivot point. If the market stays below it, right, then selling is likely to prevail. So at the moment now, it's happening. Now there's a very strong KCB here at 31,962, and that's now the low went on 953. This is the KCB, that this is where it got supported now twice in a row. So apparently there's a lot of strong KCB in Dow Jones. There's one that's super strong that basically have been the main one at bottom here is 31,789. So that means that if the market loses 31,962, the next level will be 31,789. All right. Now today pivot 2 is at 31,686. So with the KSI, KRW, both are red, right? The market will be more inclined to sell than to buy. So this one, you must understand this, okay? Now, one thing to take additional notice is that the BNB. Now, the BNB SL, support level is at 32,022, which is now the market trading below it. That means that, okay, just take note of this is the BNB support level. Okay, so if the market actually closed below BNB support level, I kind of believe that there is a possibility that the market may go down to test the BNB extension. Okay, so what number would that be? Let's take a look. The extension is 31,257. Okay, so let's draw it again for you. If the market breaks and close below, now it's possible in the near term, maybe in the next 3 to 5 working days, we'll see the market coming down to 31,257. Now, this is actually way above my target of 31,411, but if to show to you the whole spectrum of this, right? This is a number right now, yeah? So take note of that, okay? All right, so that is the Dow Jones. And of course, it's going to be yellow, red, honestly, it's become a very big zebra. What's it like? Red, yellow, but then it's being truncated over here, so not counted. So a new zebra is forming red, yellow. So which means that, right? If you look at it, we will look at the magnitude by the end of the day. So if the market is going to be like this example, the upside potential can be somewhere like this, or the downside potential can be somewhere like this, right? So that's the reason why I felt that there is a possibility that the market may test the BNB extension minus 1 times 1. All right, so that is how we use zebra formation to do that. Okay, all right, got it? Okay, cool. Okay, so with that understanding right now, let's look at the next market, which is NASDAQ. Now, the NASDAQ today, you can say the same thing again, it's yellow, red, yellow, right? So by right, we should have a CCRY, right? Okay, CCRY, right? So by right, if the market stays above OP, we should be able to go higher. But apparently, there's a very strong KCB at 12,776. So that is the one resisting the NASDAQ right now. Now, NASDAQ, the MLP is 12,658, and that is a very strong support, okay? So for me, very clear, the KSI and KRW actually tells me that the market buying forces is there. And if you look carefully since this period here, the last few days, the KSI, the KRW, both of them are actually positive for the buying side. Hence, therefore, that is why you can see the NASDAQ is going down, but the Dow Jones is going, the NASDAQ is going up, but the Dow Jones is coming down. All right, because now the market is focusing on the NASDAQ companies and stuff like that. But the same thing is this, price action always overrides. Of course, we just need to remember that. So unless the MLP breaks, if not, right, there is still a possibility for the NASDAQ to go higher. And BNBRL will be the first level. That's 12,955. So write it down somewhere. 12,955, yeah? It will be the resistance here. And that could be the target for the NASDAQ if it's going to go up higher. All right? So that's pretty cool, right? So downside is 12,658, upside is 12,955, okay? All right, so that is the NASDAQ. Let me just now look at another market for you, and that with S&P 500. Now, S&P 500 has been yellow bar, but interestingly, yesterday it tested ground at the BNB support level, and very clear, the market rebounded there. So that means that we must know what's the support level first. So BNB support level is at 39.34. Okay, 39.34. Yeah, let me write down first, 39.34. So this is the BNB support level. So as long as the S&P stays above 39.34, it's going to be an upside still. Now, of course, at the moment now it's trading below OP because you have a huge stack here, MA30, MA200, MLP, all stacked around the same area. So by right, if the market stays up, it is possible to see the market going back to 39.89. That is the S&P 500. But if the market loses 39.34, well, that will be a problem because that means that the market may test the pivot to at 38.97. Yeah. This is something that is actually possible. Now, if the market can close below 39.34, well, by right, we can even see 38.28. But the thing is this, right? The KSI is still green, while the KRW is red. So that means a bit of mixed signal right now. So that means that they'll be buying from the bottom, yeah? Although the selling pressure is in the market, but there'll be some buying from the bottom. So that's what it means between KRW and KSI, okay? All right, so that's something that to, again, take note of. Okay, so with that, we're going to move forward to the next market. Okay, the next market, shall we? We look at this Hang Seng. Now, Hang Seng this morning opened up its above pivot 2. So it went all the way up and it was a fresh chocolate bar. So it was taking it out, but the so-called the normal KCB, 20,061. That's where we went long. From the morning, we went long all the way to 20,061 and we profited there from there nicely. But because the KSI and KRW both are still red, right, pretty red. So buying after a few KTRs is always something that we don't advise. In fact, you can consider to take a short position instead. So in this case right now, the market basically hit the KCB 20,061 and then pull back. Now, as long as it stays above 19,818, I don't think that is a problem. Yeah, 19,818 is a very important pivot tool, which also coincides with the BNB RL level. So with the KSI and KCX, KSI and KRW both are red. So the upside potential is going to be limited, especially if it actually goes up, all right? So all we can say is this, you know, as long as you follow the rule, you are fine. Okay, so we are done with Hang Seng. Let's look at China market, a quick one on China. Now, China market today stayed below the MA30 and MA200. That's not a good sign, and it's trading downwards as we are speaking right now. So once again, all this information will actually help you as a trader, so that you will know what to do rather than you're shooting blank and after that try to see and figure out what to do and what to follow. You don't need to do that because everything is under your belt. As long as you know what's going on, you just have to follow through the sequence and the SOP, you should be done. Okay, so we are done with the Hang Seng. Let's look at the Nikkei, shall we? Okay, for Nikkei, we can see there's a strong doji reversal. Now, if because of that, right, you can create a BNB. So the extension says that upside can be as high. Let me just write it down for you. 28,069. Wow, that's a very high figure. Now the downside can be as low as 26,718. All right. So with the current price right now, 27,306. For it to go down to meet the BNB minus 1 times 1, I think it's much easier, right? And now it's trading below MA200 and MA30. So definitely we may see a bit of resistance. The only left thing now is MLP, which the market is holding it. All right. It's really literally holding it. If you look at the 5-minute chart, you can see very clearly. All right, let's take a look. Okay, this is the Nikkei chart for today. Oh, sorry. Okay, so if you look at it, right, very, very, very clear that the Nikkei opens here. It went down all the way, touches the MLP perfectly, couldn't really go down. Boys came in to buy, bang, look at it. Wow, what a rally, right? So that's the power of knowing MLP. And then when it came back down again, you can see that once it hit MLP, it stopped there again. This is the amazing part of the MLP theory because it's like, it's so simple, but yet it's so effective as long as you are actually watching the screen. All right, got it? Okay, so that is the Nikkei. Now, any view on Nikkei? Well, for me, it's all right. I still think that the dollar will strengthen, and I believe that inflation is going to still be there. So if you ask me, it's better for it to come down than go up. Don't get me wrong, but 26,703 looks definitely very alluring, yeah, if you ask me. Okay, let's just move this away from the market. No more this. All right, so Nikkei is done, Hang Seng is done. Let's look at DAX and FTSE, shall we? Okay, for FTSE, right, because this morning it actually was flat in the morning. Then after that, because of the news came out, it started to sell off, FTSE. Now, KSI is green, but KRW is red, so a bit of mix here. So if you ask me right now, right, what's my take? Well, since the market is now trading and rejected pivot 1, those you can see that it rejected pivot 1, then that means that it could be going down to pivot 2, which is 73.26. Now, of course, you look at the 5-minute chart, right, it's going to be very clear that you reject it in the nice way. Let's take a look. Oh, sorry, 5 minutes. Give me a while. Okay, here we go. Can you see right now? Indeed, right? The market actually opens here. And once it went up, right, it hit the pivot 1. So by right above OP, above pivot 1 is always a buy. But the buy itself wasn't strong enough. And when the market reversed, you can see very clearly this is a reversal signal. So below OP, below pivot 1 is a natural sell. And look at it where it stopped perfectly at KTR -3. Once again, guys, all these KTR are all automatically drawn. You don't need to do anything else. You just have to follow through. Isn't that amazing? Is it? Yes, indeed. All right, so that is the FTSE. Let's look at DAX, shall we? Okay, for DAX, right, it's also trading lower now. DAX actually touched MLP and pullback. So let's look at the DAX right now. You can take a look. Okay, this is beautiful. Now you can see that once the market opened, all right, that's here, the market tried, but once it reached the MLP, it tried to go above pivot 1, but you can see that it didn't really go there. It just missed it by a whisker, okay? And then after that, you can see for the next 20 minutes, the market just goes sideways, and when the news came out on the retail sales, bang, this is where it sells. So below OP, below MLP, below pivot 1, definitely it will be a sell. And indeed, the market really hit KTR -3 and stopped there. So incredible. Really, right? Everything is all done by on your own. You just have to follow through, and basically get the result of that. Okay, so that is DAX done. All right, DAX is recovering right now. So likely, if that's the case, maybe the S&P, the US Dow Jones may recover a little bit, yeah? Okay, so we're done with the DAX right now. Let's look at the other thing. Now, yesterday, I apologize. I didn't do the currency. My bad. I totally forgot about it. So today, we're going to do currency, yeah? Okay, the dollar yen. Oh, gosh, we have a problem, guys. The dollar yen is now trading below the opening price, and it's below the BNB support level 131.063. So not too sure what's the reason for that, but the selling is there. And we are very near to the pivot 2 level. Now, the last time we see something like this was during the pandemic time. Let me just show to you a little bit here and there. Okay, so we had that the market was basically coming down, breathing down the neck, okay? And then we kind of say, no, we have no chance to do this. You have to help us. So the same thing happened now is that if the government wants to help, it will really help. But it could be monetary policy, it could be fiscal policy. We'll have to see what the market has to say. So if you look at it, right, then of course, if you ask me, I will tell you that maybe preparing. So I will tell you that, okay, guys, let's get moving. So if the market basically started below 131.63, I believe that today we'll see downward all the way to 129.63 because this is an experience top. Would it be possible? Anything is possible in the financial market. Yeah? Okay, next market will be the pound. Now, pound is coming off. Basically, you can see very clearly it has tested both the support level twice, the resistance level twice. So the resistance level is 1.2309, and now it's 1.2251. That's about 80 pips away. The question is this, okay? If everything is all good, it's all right, why would you want to get out? Right? That's something that I want to ask. And so with the thing now, I think the market may have to come down to 1.12219. Okay, that means that's about 30 points. I mean, 30 points a bit redundant, but I'm just telling you that if you really do that, yeah, you can consider doing that. Okay. All right. So the next number, as you can see, okay, if the market goes down lower, TWB is okay, everything is okay. But then if this is to be met by the shocks, right, they're like, oh, something is wrong here itself. Okay, so basically now the market BNB is somewhere very nearby 1.07 area. So if you actually chase it, then of course you can see that. So what the BNB RL? The BNB RL is 1.0731. Okay, just by 31 pips to go. Okay. All right. Okay, so that is the downside. If the market go down lower, right, then 1.0573. Okay. Okay, that is the Forex. Okay, let's look at the pound. Okay, where's my pound? I just lost track of it. Here we go. Okay, pound is also pulling back, so resistance at 1.2309. Yeah, it's having strong resistance here. So we're gonna expect the market to be resisted, and if it come back down, 1.2219 will be the first target. Yeah. Okay, both KSI and KRW, both of them are positive. So for pound itself to come down, you need a bit more extra help. That's for sure. Okay, we're done with the currency, so we're going to look at the gold, crude oil market. Now, crude oil, as you can see, it rebounded very strongly at $65.40. That is the BNB support level. Can you see that? Very important. All right. So now the thing is this, it is now resisted at the BNB RL level. So what is the BNB RL level? So the support level, as we know, will be at this this will be at this 65.23. The resistance will be at approximately 69.63. All right. So I think anything above $69, you can actually consider to look at the BP first. Then we see how it goes, and then, you know, that's more important. Yeah. So 69.63, that will be the level here that the market will be heavily resisted for time being. Okay. All right. So look at crude oil. You are done. Let's look at gold and silver. Now, gold today, let me bring you into this. Gold today has retested 1988 extension again. But of course, extension can be only used once. So the last time we had that, the market broke above here, and then we hit the extension the next day. So recently, the gold came back down and touches the BNB RL level, which didn't really break. So by default, right, if the market touch RL, it will go back up again to this 1x1, which happened again. But of course, this is not going to be part of TWB syllabus because basically the so-called trampoline effect only happened once. That's the most powerful. Of course, subsequently, like in this case itself, right, there's an example that it happened, but a lot of time it didn't really. So that's why the first time is usually more accurate than not. Yeah. Okay, so that will be the goal. So if gold continue to go up 1989, then there is a very high chance you'll see 2022 traded because the potential pivot one itself, right? Pivot two is at 20,000. Is at 2027. Okay. So if you're going to aim at 2022, I think there is a fair chance of it getting it hit. Yeah, a fair chance. Okay, so I'm done on gold. Let's look at silver, shall we? Now, silver is uplifting itself. We missed the silver to buy at about $19. It's fine. So let's really hope and pray that one day, maybe, yeah, we have seen it before, right? It was going up very nicely. Then suddenly, 2 seconds day, the silver just plunged. Okay, that was because of the personal issue by some people, I think. But then, nonetheless, right, the market enjoyed it. Yeah, so I think we'll watch this particular pivot also. Yeah, I mean, this particular market called silver. I think that there could be some springy movement coming in. Yeah, but KSI and KCX are all very positive, so kind of be tough though. Okay, last two is Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let's go Bitcoin. Oh, sorry. Wrong one. Okay. Now for Bitcoin, right, we have a new BNB, and this is crazy. The new BNB says that if the market actually breaks above the RL, we can see as much as 31,000. Wow, that's pretty cool. Now, of course, if the market breaks down, we can see as low as 24,000. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay. All right. So the thing is this. Okay, I'm telling you now, the BNB RL level is at this 2887. So kind of like, got room for it to move higher in terms of temperature. So the market over here itself for the BNB support level is at 26,596. So if the market breaks below BNB support level, I think that likelihood will go to this one here. But it'll be very waste because you can actually do more. All right. So let's see whether later on would you change your mind. And last but not least is this is Ethereum. Let's go Ethereum. Now Ethereum, as you can see, is now bouncing around at the BNB RL level. So that is between 1836 and 1716. All right, 1716 is here. 1826 is here. So the market touch here, it touch here, touch here. So basically, right, the market is holding these two range very closely. So if the market can stay above 1826, then we can see 1955. But if the market failed to hold 18716, then we can see 1596. Now, KSI is starting to turn red in color, but KCX is still bullish, so there will be a bit of what we call support from the bottom. Yeah. Okay, guys, that will be all for today. But like I say again, I'm pretty confident that maybe the next 2 days or 3 days, we may really see the Dow coming down to the 31,411 level. And of course, if we can go down further, who knows? We can even see 30,487. All right. Okay, that will be all for today. Thank you very much. Take care. Thank you for waiting for me. Thank you. Bye-bye.